minimalism.
Back in North Carolina, we look into more malls in the Charlotte metropolitan region. Today, we find ourselves at the southwest end of Concord, looking at one of the Mills Corporation's successful properties for a change. Welcome to the Concord Mills, a once vibrant and colorful paradise, now bleached over by Simon. Concord Mills was part of a much larger development on the side of Interstate 85, between the Mecklenburg County line and Charlotte city limits, with investment of the entire project totaling at roughly $1 billion. The Mills Corporation would focus their attention on the mall itself, which was reported to have cost $240 million to build. Meanwhile, a shopping center across the road would be built up by Bathimers Services. Small world. The mall itself would open up in September 1999 to quite the fanfare. In keeping with the Mills tradition, it would follow the outlet shopping concept with factory outlet stores offering premier merch at a discount. The mall would manage to secure itself as one of the state's top tourist attractions and would bolster itself as a destination with proximity to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the ZMAX Dragway, the Great Wolf Lodge, and the Concord Paget Regional Airport. To give you an idea of how successful the mall turned out to be, the entire area has become notorious for traffic problems, with NCDOT struggling to keep up with demand. As a side note, the area had a pretty serious incident in August 2000 when a natural gas pipeline had ruptured. This resulted in flames being thrown from the rupture about 100 feet into the air. This explosion led local police to close all the roads in and around the mall, including Interstate 85, during rush hour at all times. Yeah, try that now. No one would make it home. Despite this, the roads were reopened relatively quickly that same day once the incident was contained. This incident was huge and resulted in major news coverage, although, as you can see, this didn't really do much to harm Concord Mills' reputation.
And they'd be like, what are you, Gen X?
We film in malls out here.
The Mills Corporation hit a real home run with this mall, with tenants such as North Carolina's only Bass Pro Shops, Burlington Coat Factory, a 24-screen AMC Cinemas, a go-kart track, the Children's Place, North Carolina's first Popeye's Chicken, Books A Million, TJ Maxx, Kirkland's, and oh, so much more. Over time, it even managed to secure a Five Below and Dave & Buster's, while maintaining a crowded and high occupancy. The Mills Corporation even touted this mall as seeing upwards of 17 million visitors per year.
And then head to Northwest.
Oh, by the way, surprise appearance by Rhys and Bathimers.
It's Bathimers. Hey.
Yeah.
I make my return ever since the Four Seasons
Yep,
video.
Rhys and Bathimers are here. The three of us all decided to hang out one Sunday and go to a couple malls in Charlotte. Though I am a bit of a workaholic.
You remember that? Oh, there's your Route 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, we take a tour through the all this time.
Not even the bankruptcy and scandals of the Mills Corporation would be able to slow this mall down, as Simon Property Group acquired the Mills portfolio in 2007 at roughly $25.25 per share. As such, Concord Mills would be transferred over to Simon Property Group, whom would take over the mall and manage it to the day of this video. Concord Mills did not slow down one bit.
Just the bear.
I'll probably put this in a ponytail.
Wait, what?
The aquarium's still here.
Where?
Up there.
2014 would see the arrival of Sea Life Aquarium, which would promise to showcase a wide variety of aquatic creatures, a tunnel that would simulate looking up from the bottom of the ocean, and even some interactive exhibits. It would be quite an experience to boast at a mall, and has been received relatively well by patrons.
I've seen like one wart so far, like one.
Yeah, that's what that girl, wasn't it?
No, it looks.
In 2018, Simon Property Group began extensive renovations to modernize Concord Mills with an overhaul of the exterior as well as the interior. They would bring forth a fresh modern look as well as phasing out payphones in favor of seating areas and phone charging stations. While it is a necessary upgrade for the mall, I personally believe that the mall itself has suffered as Simon slowly bleaches the color away. Nonetheless, it should be solid proof that Concord Mills is here to stay. I just cannot see this mall slowing down anytime soon, and for that, I can respect this mall. Now, that said, I will say that I don't like Simon's black and white aesthetic. I generally don't care for the lack of, well, anything happening really in most Simon malls. Like this food court, there are a couple decent things going on, like that ceiling and the supports, but beyond that, it's just white, black, and whiter. At least quite a bit of the mills still remains throughout much of the mall, like the hardwood floors, that Bass Pro Shop storefront from earlier, but still, Simon just looks so boring in comparison.
I think we're about to hit Spencer. She wants to be my bitch.
Not it.
Reed?
Sorry, Reed.
Well, this will be my own bitch. Into the Spencer we go.
Concord Mills is an example that the Mills Corporation was not a failure of a company. They just had bright ideas that tended to be hit or miss a lot of the time. St. Louis Mills was an eventual miss. Pittsburgh Mills was also a miss, and that one wasn't even entirely the Mills' fault. And then you have the notorious Cincinnati Mills, which was also a huge miss. But Concord Mills? This is like a mirror image to those three malls. It's bustling with people and shops alike. In some parts of the mall, you'll notice me struggling to get around people. And there are plenty more mills that were huge scores for the company. Sugarloaf down in Georgia, Arundel Mills near Baltimore, Potomac Mills in Virginia. The mills wasn't perfect by any means, but boy, when they hit the right notes, it could be something glorious.
No. No.
Oh, this is some stuff we need to get for a paint up for Avery. I know that song. I know the song that's playing. It's what.
Well, I have to ask, which do you prefer? The sterile white look of Simon Property Group, or the colorful Nickelodeon sets of the Mills Corporation? Both looks are quite controversial among dead maulers alike. There are some that absolutely hate the Mills look, and then some, like myself, that just cannot stand the current trend of blandifying everything into oblivion, which Simon seems to love doing. So in that, I tend to lean towards the colorful design of the Mills, even Pittsburgh Mills. I know, I kinda trashed Simon, but architecture aside, I had a blast walking the mall with Bathimers and Rhys. For once, it felt a little more like we were all just hanging out instead of just going out to see malls. I do need to get out of the swing of filming every single mall I go to, but I just couldn't help myself. I needed an excuse to cover the more lively malls in Charlotte, and this hangout was perfect for the opportunity. Off camera, we were all cracking jokes, wandering around the different stores, like As Seen on TV and Books A Million. Hell, we even found one of those Mad Libs books to buy and fill out. It was a great day that day. One I'd be happy to do over again.
Just finish my lap, and the second lap I'll do some picks.
No pictures.
I hate pulling that.
The camera's still rolling. I just realized what I said.
Yeah.
Doomie, I'm sorry. Doomie, I'm sorry.
For those that ever wonder why I do live malls like these, there are a few reasons I can go into detail on. For one, it is good to change pace and cover a live mall for a change. Dead malls are important to get some coverage on before they're gone for good, but these live malls. Does anyone ever really stop to take a look around? Not just for a store, but to look around the mall? You never know when the spot you're in will just change and become something unrecognizable. And some people want that kind of coverage on the old as we progress into the new. We have so many malls where the original look is just lost to time, and in its place, all we have is some boring beige or white blah that has about as much soul as a generic pop beat. Who knows how long before the hardwoods in this mall are stripped out to make way for barren white tiles.
Roses are brown, violets are brown,
Oh, God damn
yard
it.
is brown, someone took a shit in my yard.
No, Home redid your yard.
Roses are red.
You can probably hear the banter going about between me, Bathimers, and Rhys. I swear, I forget some of the stuff we talk about. Some weird things just tend to break out when you're with colleagues or friends.
I want to ask Simon if they can take us back to 2003.
I wish there was a Sephora in this mall. I don't know what the hell that was.
Sephora.
Me, Rhys, and Bathimers did go to two more malls after this. North Lake Mall on the north side of Charlotte, and then Carolina Place on the south side. Do stick around for North Lake Mall, as I will have a video on that place in due time. As for Carolina Place, I already have that one covered, so you can go look for it if you'd like.
So many people.
Anyway, we are about to leave Concord Mills. Although it has been bastardized architecturally, I still overall like the mall. It's a huge place with something for just about everyone. I might come back and visit, more to do mall things than record even. What did you think about the mall? Comment down below after dropping a like or dislike. And while you're at it, share this video if you think others should see this or if they would enjoy it. And as always, I have links to Minds, BitChute, and Ko-fi. Need to put some focus into the other accounts, like pictures and such. Oh, and I'll include links to pages for Bathimers and Rhys. You should give them a look as they proceed with their own adventures through malls, retail, and beyond.
For all I rag on that mall, at least it has air conditioning.
I know this song.
Until next time, this is Doomie Grunt wishing you and the Concord Mills Mall farewell and good luck.